you.
Welcome, everyone, to the Knight Sports Arena. Jim Bresnahan and Jimmy Groff here from the Knight Sports Arena at the barn as we get ready to bring you the second game of our doubleheader today in men's basketball. Southern Virginia getting ready to host the Frostburg Bobcats. Both teams have struggled this season. Both teams are 3-12 on the season. Frostburg is 2-6 in the Capital Conference, and the Knights are 1-7 in the conference. A great chance to get another home win. Knights, of course, in their last home appearance were able to beat Mary Washington at home, trying to make it 2 in a row here at home.
55-50 for those of you who saw is a great team effort. Tonight, there's a good feeling here on campus. The men have been practicing hard. It looks to watch for the Twin Towers to start tonight. Take advantage of the height for
the first game, of course, in the women's contest, it was Frostburg with a big second half to beat Southern Virginia 86-76. And I know in talking with Coach Heather Roberts about that ball game, she mentioned that she's really been fooling around with different combinations, different players getting different starts throughout the course of the season. And to a certain degree, that's been for the same way for Tony Caputo, the head coach for the Knights. He's been trying to figure out which five out there is his best.
Well, he's starting 2 freshmen and 2 juniors and a sophomore. Chris Richardson and Michael Price will get the start again, along with Aaron Rumbaugh. You got Tyler McCready, the 6'10 freshman from North Bend, Washington, starting alongside Cale Thornton, 6'7", 245-pound junior from Lyman, Maine. A little East Coast, a little West Coast, but it's good to have 6'10", 6'7" in your starting lineup because Frostburg Bobcats have some height of their own. The starters for Frostburg tonight, you got number 11, Darren Campbell, at 6'5". You got a 5'9 guard in Lawrence Pettis. You've got a 6'3 junior in Tyler Michael, 6'1 freshman in Daniel Alexander, and 6'7 junior Zachary Coleman. So they've got a little height, but we can match up well. In fact, we'll have 2 guys to try to focus on their 6'7 center, Zachary Coleman.
75-59 road loss to St. Mary's, and after today, the Knights will be going back on the road for a couple of games at Wesley on Saturday, then at St. Mary's next Wednesday before they return home a week from Saturday to host York. So the Knights have a chance here to get a big conference win before they head out on a 2-game road trip.
We play better at home, and I just noticed we have our dance team and our cheer team here. I mean, we've got a near capacity gym here at Knight Arena. Wish you could be here, but you can watch it right now. Get ready. They're about to tip off.
And we are ready to go here from the Knight Sports Arena with the opening tip of the game. The Knights hoping to get another conference win, trying to get that as junior with the basketball for the Bobcats of the Frostburg University. And a step-away jump shot is up and no good by the Bobcats by Darren Campbell. And the Knights will now have it for the first time on the offensive side. Chris Richardson, who had a big game against Mary Washington. And McCready gets it now over to Cale Thornton, forcing his way inside. Couldn't get the shot to go. A little too strong there for Cale. Lawrence Pettis Jr. with the ball right now, 5'9 freshman guard. He goes to Tyler Michael, foul line jumper, short, got his own rebound, and he couldn't get the follow shot to go, and Michael Price comes away with the rebound. Play just over a minute, no score. Price hands it off to McCready, stutter steps, and is fouled. And Tyler McCready will go to the foul line to shoot 2 foul shots. He came into the game today averaging 6.2 and really struggling from the foul line. 48% as a foul shooter, 15 of 31 for the season. See if he can get this first one to go. He does.
Some of those statistics, when you're a freshman coming to college, you're a little. Say the last 2-3 games he's improved and had a higher free throw percentage as well as a higher field goal percentage because he's just growing up.
Left that one short.
As soon as I say that, though, he disappoints me. He's 50% for the game, but he's got some work still.
That one was right on line, just a little short air ball. So it's 1-0 Knights. Daniel Alexander with it for the Bobcats. Over to Michael. He is double teamed. And he walked with the ball. Turnover for the Bobcats. Frostburg won the women's basketball game against Southern Virginia, 86-76. Knights actually led at halftime, 40-38, but Frostburg Bobcats making some big plays in the second half to get the victory.
Tony Caputo's got his offense taking a patient, methodical approach, looking for good passes right there.
Thornton down low, had it blocked by Coleman, but there's McCready, and he had his shot blocked. No goaltending was called. 2 blocks by the Bobcats, and a long three-pointer by Campbell is up and good. It is Darren Campbell, a 6'5 junior, getting a three-pointer to go. His 12th three-pointer this season, and it's 3-1 Bobcats. Knights working into the front court, down by 2, looking for their first basket tonight. Here's Thornton outside to Richardson. He will fire a three-pointer. Good!
Chris Richardson, a 5'11", 170-pound freshman out of Jacksonville, Florida.
Chris Richardson rattling home a three-pointer, and that is his 7th three-pointer of the season. Came in 6 of 18 from three-point range. So the Knights have the lead back at 4-3. Three-pointer for Frostburg rattles out. Rebound, Aaron Rumbaugh. Knights lead by 1. Here's Thornton up high, over to McCready. He'll take it at Coleman. And Coleman, good defense, grabs the rebound. He's going to be tough to go inside against. Coleman is really a big body. They list him at 6'7", but he looks like he's 6'8 or 6'9 to me.
Referees letting him play early on.
Pettis driving, and he scores. Lawrence Pettis Jr. Nifty layup to give Frostburg a 5-4 lead.
That was 5'9 versus 6'10. Nice touch there by the freshman guard out of Baltimore, Maryland. Lawrence Pettis got 2 points there.
And another block by Coleman. You look at McCready and Coleman almost, if you can, Jimmy, and McCready's 6'10". Again, they list Coleman at 6'7", but again, he looks like he's at least 6'8 or 6'9". And he's got several blocks here in the opening 4 minutes of this contest.
I know you like to give him some height. I think he really is 6'7". He's just got less body mass, and he's a slender, lean, can jump higher. I think he just has less weight.
Here's Thornton driving. Traveling is the call of the Knights. Turnover.
Got ourselves a good ball game early on here, 5-4.
Knights trailing by 1. Played 4 minutes. Knights have 1 basket, a three-pointer by Chris Richardson. Pettis will try a three-pointer, and he missed it. Rebound, Michael Price. Knights have a 2-game road trip coming up on Saturday, and then also on Wednesday as Cale Thornton gets free down low. Knights will be at Wesley on Saturday, at St. Mary's next Wednesday. And after that basket by Thornton to give the Knights the lead, they've got a foul on the other end. Aaron Rumbaugh going to pick that one up. First bounce to Michael. Couldn't get the shot to go, and Coleman's going to pick up the foul there. He pushed off to get that rebound.
Yep, that was a good call by the ref. Earlier, that was Rumbaugh's first personal foul, first team foul on Southern Virginia. Now Coleman's already got 2 personal fouls, and that's the second team foul also against Frostburg. Watch how the fouls play out throughout the game.
So you can see he's got only averaging 3 points a game. He's more of a defensive threat in there. If you remember NBA players maybe from the 80s and 90s, he kind of reminds me of Dikembe Mutombo.
I was going to say Ralph Sampson, but
yep.
Go a little closer to home in Virginia here. Tall, slender, long arms, got some hops.
Yeah, but Ralph could shoot.
him a chance. Let's give him a chance here. You know, he's only he's a junior. Maybe he has a shot we haven't seen yet.
Oh, the pass comes inbounds to Cale Thornton. He was a little bit out of his reach, and it's a turnover for the Knights, who have a 1-point lead here, 6-5.
Cale's got the 2 points, but he's had a couple turnovers and just little things I think Cale just got to fine-tune just to kind of, maybe just got to get the dust shaken off and get into a rhythm. But Cale's going to be an important part for the Knights this game.
Knights with that 1-point lead, and Campbell misses the 3 from outside. Another rebound for Michael Price. Price looking inside, now outside to McCready. Room ball spin move. And missed the shot. Rebound comes away to the Bobcats. And a fast break opportunity for the Bobcats goes awry. They turn it over as Shea Douglas will come into the game for Southern Virginia, and Michael Price will sit down.
Both teams seem to be making just little forced turnovers just early on in the game. I think they're just both teams trying to get into a rhythm, but I like the pace so far, and they're taking a timeout here to fix the padding around the base unit of the basket for safety purposes.
And Rashad Johnson and Edwin Cole check in for the Bobcats. Timeout on the court with 14:35 to go. The Knights lead here 6-5.
Now with 2017 underway, everyone's New Year's resolution hopefully are still got the resolutions going. But if you haven't made a resolution, you might want to resolve to go check out gear.svu.edu. It is the newest and best source for all official Southern Virginia University gear. Celebrate the new year with 10% sale off all decals and magnets. You can also get backpacks, outdoor gear, coats, casual wear for the whole family. Gear up at gear.svu.edu. Remember, all orders are shipped within 24 hours, guaranteed. It is the official online store of Southern Virginia University Athletics. That's gear.svu.edu, gear.svu.edu. Check it out.
6-5, 1-point lead here for the Southern Virginia University Knights in the men's contest. Again, the women of Southern Virginia fell in the first game today to Frostburg 86-76.
I noticed Coleman with his 2 quick fouls here in the first 5 minutes is sitting on the bench now.
And the Bobcats trying to pressure in the backcourt, and Shea Douglas tried to hit Cale Thornton, who was already starting up court. Threw it away out of bounds. Another turnover for Southern Virginia. So now the Bobcats have a chance to reclaim the lead with a basket.
So Cale's got 2 points, but he also has 2 crucial turnovers as well.
This is Campbell to Rashad Johnson, and now it's Tyler Michael driving and missing. Rebound, Cale Thornton. He starts to break to Chris Richardson. Doesn't have the numbers, so he'll back it out.
Again, that's the patient, controlled tempo I think Coach Caputo has been preaching. Take your time.
Nice hook shot by Cale Thornton, backing his way in. And 85 Knights.
And then get a good inside shot for Cale Thornton. Good job passing and finding Cale Thornton on the inside.
And Southern Virginia's on top by 3. And Rashad Johnson will try a long 3 and hits it. So Rashad Johnson nails a 3-pointer. He leads Frostburg in 3-point shots made this season. That was his 17th of the season, and he ties the game at 8. All even here with about 13:20 to go until halftime. Richardson almost got that pass, but Johnson knocks it out of bounds as Jace Edmonds and Kellen Winslow will check it for the Knights, and those two will be replacing a couple of Knights here as we've got a timeout with 13:15 to go, and we're all even at 8.
Southern Virginia University has a rich tradition here of musical performance and theater performance. Talented students from all majors participate in high-quality musical and theatrical ensembles. For this semester, spring 2017, as well as the fall 2017, Southern Virginia is offering generous theater talent and music talent scholarships. This is for instrumental, vocal, and acting ensembles. Anybody of any major can apply. For the music scholarships, go to svu.edu/music. For the theater scholarships, go to svu.edu/theatre. That's svu.edu/theater. For the theater scholarships, svu.edu/music. For the music scholarships, check it out if you're looking for any financial assistance for all you music and theater folks out there. Appreciate you watching and listening. You're always welcome to watch this game in replay on YouTube.
Well, Jimmy, neither team really sizzling here in the first 7 minutes of the first half. Frostburg is 3 of 11 from the floor, and the Knights are 3 of 9 from the floor.
Cale Thornton has taken, he's got 4 points, but he's taken 4 shots, so he's missed some layups. Points in the paint, keep an eye on that category, because right now SVU's up 4-2 on the inside. We just got more taller guys than they have, and outside of Coleman, Frostburg State's a shorter, quicker, guards and forwards oriented team that can run up and down the court. So if we take advantage of our height, I think we'll end up in a good situation for Southern Virginia.
And you got Jace Edmonds out there now along with Kellen Winslow. The shot clock's at 3. Nice pass, and they missed the layup as Edmonds couldn't get that shot to go. Nice pass, though, by Cale Thornton. Johnson on a drive. Couldn't get the shot to go. And a rebound to Campbell. Drops it off to Alexander, and Thornton blocks that one out of bounds.
Big play there by the 6'7" junior out of Lyman, Maine. He prepped at Massabesic High School up there in Maine, representing the peaceful state of Maine very well there. Cale Thornton.
All even at 8. Aaron Campbell. Now Rashad Johnson with it. They go baseline to Campbell, working on Alex Johnson. And it looks like we're going to have turnover for Frostburg.
Looked like he stepped on the baseline. Good call by the referee.
Stepped out of bounds.
Southern Virginia basketball.
Both teams have struggled with turnovers also in this first half. It's all even at 8. And we have played nearly 8 minutes. Douglas, see if he can get into the scoring act tonight. Kind of struggled on the road at St. Mary's. Traveling to call on Southern Virginia.
That was a good call. A couple little errors by Jace Edmonds. He had a great game last game so far. Came in the game, missed that easy layup. He just picked up his foot and traveled there. He might just have some jitters. Maybe he's, I don't know, he's kind of growing into his role. He had a big game, but let's see if he can follow up with another big game.
8-8, and we have played nearly 8 minutes here in this first half. This is Christopher Colston with the ball now, top of the key. Travel to call on Rashad Johnson. Another turnover. This one on the Bobcats.
Referees calling a consistent game on both teams. Traveling on Knights, traveling on the Bobcats.
Knights working into the front court. Alex Johnson outside to Edmonds. Thought about taking the jumper. Backs his way in. Nice pass to Cale Thornton. Cale can't control it, out of bounds. Turnover, Southern Virginia.
It's becoming a battle of turnovers. Too bad that we don't keep scoring in that category, but both teams kind of balancing out on turnovers right now.
Turnovers are really starting to mount for both teams. Both teams kind of struggling to get the points on the board. Here's Colston. Off the glass. Brenner. He can't hit a 3. And Cale Thornton grabs the rebound. And a foul over the back on Edwin Cole. Edwin Cole, the 6'6 sophomore, is going to pick up that foul over the back. No, he hadn't scored a whole lot, but Cale Thornton gave the Knights some good minutes on the boards, if nothing else. And he checks out of the game. McCready is in.
And Coach Webb Hatch for Frostburg, he's no stranger to these parts. He actually went to school, attended college at VMI over in Lexington, so he's familiar. He's been 18 years now, the head coach at Frostburg. Coach Caputo in his 19 years. So these two coaches know each other real well, know each other's style.
There's McCready, lost the ball, rolls out to Winslow. Shot clock is at 8. Edmonds traveled with the ball. He took a stutter step and moved his feet and picks up the traveling call. So yet another turnover, this one on the Knights.
That's 2 in a row for Jace. I know Coach is letting him think about that. Got to keep the feet planted.
So we've played 9 minutes now, and each team has 8 points. Holston has it outside, passes it down low to Cole. Hook shot, good. Edwin Cole grabs the hook and gets it to go. 6'6" sophomore puts Frostburg on top, 10-8.
First 2 points of the game for Cole.
Knights break the pressure. McCready drops it off to Edmonds. Alec Johnson got free on the baseline. Boy, he got hammered and picks up the foul call on Cole, and that's 2 on him.
Yep. That'll be the 4th team foul against Frostburg State in the men's because it's 2 halves instead of quarters. 7 fouls will put the other team into the 1-on-1 bonus. 10 team fouls will get the 2-shot bonus. This was a 2-shot shooting foul for Alec Johnson.
And Johnson hits the first foul shot. And Alec Johnson averaging 4 points, 6 points a game, 73% foul shooter. Substitutions here for Frostburg. Michael checks back in. Now Coleman, big 6'7" inside player, checks back in for the Bobcats. And now Campbell is also into the game for the Bobcats. Knights came in 1-7 in the conference. Frostburg 2-6. CNU, Salisbury had the lead in the conference. Each team 7-1 in the conference. As Johnson nails the other free throw.
Johnson about a 75% free throw shooter. 2 of 2 this game so far.
All tied at 10. Rashad Johnson will try a 3 and hits it from the top of the key. Johnson rattling home that 3 to make it 13-10.
6 points for Johnson.
Backcourt pressure. Knights break the pressure. This is Shea Douglas trying to get into the act, and he can't get the shot to go. It rims out. Bobcats on the break. Johnson, free, left side, hits. Rashad Johnson scoring again. He came in averaging 7 points a game.
He's already got 8.
15-10. Bobcats have their biggest lead so far at 5 points now here in the first half. See if Shea Douglas can get into the scoring act here. He drives to the basket and shoots and scores.
Shea Douglas gets on the board. That's his first bucket of the game.
Lead now is 3 for the Bobcats.
Douglas averages 12.6 points per game.
Driving shot by the Bobcats knocked away. Coleman grabs the rebound. Drops it off to Rashad Johnson. Back to Coleman inside, and he scores, and he's fouled. Coleman getting free inside. And the foul goes against McCready. That's his first.
Coleman only shooting 51.6% on the season. It's not always a bad idea to foul one of the lower free throw percentage shooting players on the team.
That one missed everything. Hit the top of the backboard.
Shaquille O'Neal there. He hit the backboard.
No, that kind of reminded me of one of those foul shots late in the game where you miss on purpose so you can get the rebound. 17-12. It's a 5-point lead now for the Knights, and a foul on Campbell. That'll be the 5th team foul on Frostburg.
First one on Campbell. You're right, the fouls are starting to pile up.
$8:58 to go till halftime, and the Knights trail here 17-12. Both teams have struggled offensively, struggled with turnovers. Alec Johnson outside to McCready. Now Price. Thought about taking the jump shot. Nice give and go, but it's knocked away by Coleman. Luke's ball is picked up by Pettis. Pettis starts up court, doesn't have the numbers, slides it over to Michael, and his wild pass is knocked away, picked up by the Knights. Another turnover, this time for Frostburg.
I think everybody touched the ball that time. It was all over the place.
Yeah, both teams have been out of control at times. Frostburg that time. Winslow driving to the basket. Alec Johnson had his pass intercepted by Rashad Johnson. He tries to go coast to coast, and Michael Price blocks the shot. And Coleman trying to get the ball. And let's see who the foul is against. It's going to be
on Coleman. That's his third personal foul.
Yeah, that'll be his third.
16 foul this half against Frostburg.
And Richardson and Rumbaugh will check back in for the Knights. Boy, Rashad Johnson, 5'7", took it right at Michael Price, and Price blocked it. Price 6'2", so Johnson was giving away 7 inches there.
And that's Michael Price's second block of the season, but quite theatrical indeed.
Knights trying to work it up court against pressure, trailing by 5. Richardson is double team, got it over to McCready. Now Alec Johnson. Back to Rumbaugh. Nice pass. McCready picks up the loose ball and scores.
That's Tyler McCready's third point of the game. Good passing, good team effort there by the Knights.
Knights get to within 3. Pass down low to Cole, and he scores. Edwin Cole, the 6'6" sophomore, makes it 19-14. Price breaks the pressure. He goes all the way, and he lays it up too strong. Missed it. And way the other way. Frostburg on a break throws it away. Another turnover for the Bobcats. As Justin Langford will see his first appearance. And he'll be checking in, replacing Alec Johnson.
Yeah, Langford, the 6'5", 230-pound senior out of Canby, Oregon. Spoke with him and his wife. They're real excited. They missed a game earlier this year, so he could apply for dental school. He is now officially accepted at dental school, and he's just finishing out this semester and finishing out this season.
Sounds great. Good luck to Dr. Langford maybe down the road. 19-14, Knights down by 5. 7:05 to go till halftime. It's Rumbaugh with 5 on the shot clock. He lost the ball on the floor. It's picked up by Rashad Johnson. Another turnover for Southern Virginia. Johnson passes it over. He was trying to hit Campbell, but Michael accidentally grabbed that ball. And a timeout is going to be taken with 6:46 to go, and the Knights trailing here, Jimmy, 19-14. Frostburg on top by 5.
Southern Virginia University has a rich tradition of musical performance. For the spring and fall semesters of 2017, Southern Virginia is offering generous music and theater talent scholarships for instrumental, vocal, and acting ensembles, regardless of major. You can go online to apply at svu.edu, and for the music scholarships, you would add a /music, and for the theatrical scholarships, you would go to svu.edu /theater. That's THEATRE. That's for the spring and fall 2017. This is for talented students from all majors, and they're encouraged to participate in the high-quality musical and theatrical ensembles here at Southern Virginia University. So check it out now at svu.edu.
Good crowd on hand tonight for the second game after the Frostburg Bobcats won the women's contest 86-76. Knights losing here in the men's contest 19-14. Knights have 9 turnovers now for the game, and Frostburg has 6 turnovers for the game. Knights led in scoring so far by Cale Thornton, has 4 points. Knights have really struggled, though, shooting the basketball, just 5 of 14. Frostburg not a whole lot better, 8 of 21.
Well, in the points off the bench, Frostburg's bench players have provided 12 points compared to Southern Virginia's 4, and that is almost the lead in the game. One positive side note here for the Knights, they're shooting 100% from three-point range.
19-14 is your score right now. Frostburg has also hit 3 three-pointers, and the Knights have it, trailing by 5. Rumbaugh thought about taking the outside shot, did not. Langford's pass is knocked away momentarily. Rumbaugh picks up the loose ball. 12 on the shot clock. Nice no-look pass to Chris Richardson, and he puts it up and in.
Chris Richardson with 5 points on the game.
Great pass, too, by Aaron Rumbaugh.
5'11", 170-pound freshman guard from Jacksonville, Florida. He prepped at Creekside High School.
19-16, Knights within 3.
Creekside has an excellent program. They're usually a state playoff contender.
Pettis with a floater. And he missed everything except the backboard. Knights have another chance to cut into the deficit here. They were down by 5, scored. Now they're down by 3.
Good heads-up rebound there by Justin Langford.
Price gets down low and he scores, but the call travel. And so no basket. The turnover on the Knights, I believe that is their 10th turnover for the game so far.
Good call by the referee. He just slid his foot. Little things. He made his layup, but that foot slid. The referee made a great call.
Knights continue to trail here by 3. 5.5 minutes to go till halftime. Outside jump shot by Alexander. A 3-point attempt, no good. And Langford has the rebound for Southern Virginia. Rimbaugh kicks it out to Richardson. Now Rimbaugh with the shot clock at 10. Price to Richardson. They're going to have to shoot it. Richardson got the shot away and scores.
Chris Richardson, the beautiful drive and the layup pulls the Knights within 1 point.
19-18. Knights trailed at 1 point, 19-14. They're on a 4-0 run. Cole. And a reverse layup. Somehow Cole got the shot to go.
That was that Euro step or something, wasn't it?
That was an NBA. 21-18. I think in the NBA it's a myth that you have to dribble. Knights down by 3 again after they had cut the lead to 1. Shot clock's down to 6. Price spinning, shooting, and he couldn't get the roll. Thornton got the rebound, and he is fouled.
Both Price and Thornton getting good looks at the basket, trying to go up strong, just not coming down the basket.
The sophomore just picked up his 3rd foul. Cole averaging 8 points a game.
Thornton here is a pretty good free throw shooter at 77.4% this far this season.
He's got 5 points now for the game. As Shea Douglas replaces Price, and in a second here, McCready will replace Cale Thornton, provided, of course, Cale makes this foul shot. Oh, looks like McCready will go in for Langford. So Thornton's going to stay out there no matter what he does on this second foul shot after he made the first one. He got them both. 6 for Cale Thornton, 21-20. Jump shot right side, no good. McCready grabs the rebound. Knights can take the lead with a basket. Shea Douglas has 1 basket tonight. They go left side to Richardson. Shot clock at 10. Rimbaugh will fire and can't hit. And the rebound comes to Frostburg. 1 point lead for the Bobcats. Long 3 by Campbell. Good. I believe that is his second 3-pointer tonight.
He's 2 of 3 from three-point land, 2 of 3 for the game, and he's got 6 points so far for the Bobcats.
And it gives the Bobcats a 4-point lead at 24-20. Knights lost the ball. Thornton threw it away. Michael grabs the loose ball, and he gets an easy layup. And suddenly it's a 6-point lead for Frostburg. They're on a 5-0 run. After the Knights had closed down the lead down to 1 at 21-20. Shea Douglas with it now to McCready. He's double teamed. Thornton's pass out of his hands weakly, picked up by Pettis. Nice pass over to Alexander, and he is fouled by Cale Thornton, and a timeout is going to be taken by Southern Virginia. And Jimmy, suddenly a timeout or turnovers on the part of Cale Thornton have really turned this game around. It was 21-20 after Thornton made those 2 foul shots. A couple of turnovers later, and suddenly the Knights are down by 6 with free throws coming up here for Frostburg.
And we mentioned the height advantage that Southern Virginia has, but it's been the 2 shortest players, both Rashad Johnson, number 4, and number 14, Lawrence Pettis Jr. for Frostburg, both having 2, 3, 4 steals apiece. Those big guys start to dribble the ball. The little guy just takes it away from them for an easy layup. So just got to work on taking care of the basketball. Our 6'10 guy should not be dribbling against a 5'4 guy not too often. So want to remind everybody, with the new year 2017, we're celebrating and having a sale at our bookstore. You got to go to online at gear.svu.edu. Save 10% on all decals and magnets. That website is gear.svu.edu. It's the newest and best source for all your official gear here at Southern Virginia University. You can also gear up with a wide variety of casual wear, coats, backpacks, and outdoor gear for the whole family. All orders are shipped within 24 hours, guaranteed. That's gear.svu.edu, the official online store for Southern Virginia University athletics.
26-20. Knights, a lot of turnovers in this first half, and Jimmy, they're going to have to cut down on those turnovers here, especially in the last couple of minutes of the first half and certainly in the second half if they want to have a chance to win this game.
It's just been those turnovers with the 2 small guards. Number 14 for Frostburg, he's a whopping 5'9", and number 4 is underwhelming 5'7", but those 2 guys have come away with about 5, 6, 7 turnovers between the 2 of them, and that's just nullified our height advantage. Our big guys just can't take care of the basketball, and now we're going the other way. Just very good defense by Coach Webb and his backcourt there for the Bobcats.
And Alexander, a freshman, misses the first foul shot. He only averages 2 points a game. 6'1" freshman from Rockville, Maryland. And he got the second shot to go to give Frostburg its biggest lead tonight so far, 27-20. Bobcats by 7. They're trying to pick up their 3rd conference win of the year. Knights trying to get their 2nd conference win of the year. Steal by Michael. Another turnover for Southern Virginia. Michael all the way. And he is fouled. Almost looked like he traveled a little bit, but he got fouled, and he'll shoot 2 foul shots. And yet another turnover for Southern Virginia. That Frostburg pressure is really taking its toll.
Second personal foul against Aaron Rumbaugh. 4th team foul against Southern Virginia.
Tyler Michael.
He's only a 54% free throw shooter on the season, missing the first one.
6'3" junior from Cumberland, Maryland. We'll try to get 1 out of 2 from the foul line. Got the second one to go. 8-point lead for the Bobcats. And again, that backcourt pressure by Frostburg. Richardson gets it over and across the timeline to Shea Douglas. Knights will set up their half-court offense with the shot clock already down to 10 now. Johnson, baseline, nice pass to Richardson, and he scores.
Amazing shot there in the land of giants. Chris Richardson gets his 9th point of the game.
28-22. Michael baseline, blocked by Rumbaugh. Shea Douglas all the way, and he couldn't get the shot to go. It's knocked out of bounds. And they're going to say it goes to the Bobcats.
Pull the ball back out.
28-22, 6-point lead for the Bobcats.
Both teams have struggled a little bit in the shooting category, shooting about 38-39%. But it's been the steals and
Jump shot right side is no good. Long rebound retrieved by Richardson. He go all the way. Chris all the way, and he scores. Oh, yes, it rolls around and goes in. That almost rolled out, but then it took a little turn to the left and rolled back in.
I'm going to call you Senator Jim. No, yes.
28-24.
Good job by Chris Richardson, coast to coast. Gets the bucket to fall.
And the Knights have cut that lead to 4, and a good defense by Aaron Rumbaugh to force that shot by Michael underneath the basket. It rolls out of bounds. Last touch by the Knights, so it's still Frostburg basketball with 44 seconds to go till halftime. Knights have cut that lead down to 4 now, 28-24.
Rumbaugh just in the last couple minutes has had 2 key blocks on defense.
Rashad Johnson scores inside. She mentioned not a whole lot of height there, but he took it right at the Southern Virginia big man and gets it to go to make it 30-24.
He's got 10 points on the game.
Rumbaugh the other way. He scores.
That's his first bucket of the game for Rumbaugh. Good job for Aaron Rumbaugh.
30-26 now. Shot clock is off. 10 seconds to go till halftime. Johnson with a long three-pointer. Missed it. Knights have 4 seconds to go. Richardson over to McCready. He can't get the shot to go at the buzzer. And the Knights will go to halftime trailing here 30-26.
And really the play, the defensive pressure by both Rashad Johnson as well as Lawrence Pettis. Johnson has taken those steals. He's actually come out with 10 points, leading scorer for Frostburg. You got Darren Campbell with 6, and also Edwin Cole with 6. Everybody else just got 2 points, so kind of a balanced attack for the Knights. Chris Richardson on his own fast break. It's been a fast break kind of game. He's got 11 points. Next up, we got Cale Thornton on the inside. Has missed a few easy layups, but has gotten some key layups. And he's also perfect from the free throw line, so he's got 6. And then you've got Tyler McCready with 3. So there's not a lot of high scoring. It's been a 30-26, kind of a low scoring affair. A good battle on the inside, but I think it's a key of the Knights staying out of foul trouble. No one has more than 2 fouls, and that's Aaron Rumbaugh. Everybody else, Tyler's got 1, Cale's got 1, and that's it. So they've done a good job on the foul side, whereas we get the official halftime stats here, just a little updated from a minute ago.
Quickly here, I believe we have for the ball game, the Knights really have struggled with the turnovers, but then again, so has Frostburg, and I would imagine both coaches are in there in the locker room saying, if we can cut down on the turnovers in the second half, we got a great chance to win this game.
And looking at the fouls, it looks like even though Frostburg committed the fouls and gotten a bonus, we're 5 of 6, they're 2 of 5. They've had 4 of 11. Frostburg's been 4 of 11 from the three-point range. That's about 36%. They're actually shooting about the same from the game. From the free throw line, Southern Virginia is 83.3%. That's been pretty good. It's been a strong point to keep us close. But the steals, I've got 6 steals. We've only got 1.
Yep.
So Southern Virginia has 1 steal. They've got 5. And like I said, Rashad Johnson quietly has stolen his way, get the correct English. He has stolen the ball to get 10 points to lead all scorers for the Bobcats. And then Chris Richardson just got a nice steal coast to coast. They got 11 there. So very tight game. 4 points, anybody can win.
Anybody's ball game in the second half. Halftime score, once again, Frostburg 30 and Southern Virginia 26. We'll take a little break here from the Knights Sports Arena. The Knight Sports Arena halftime score, once again, it is Frostburg 30, Southern Virginia 26. I'm Jim Bresnahan. I'm joined by Jimmy Groff, and we're ready to go in just about 50 seconds here for second half action as the Bobcats lead Southern Virginia 30-26. And Jimmy, certainly, as we talked about a few minutes ago, the turnovers have really plagued both teams in the first half, and we'll see who can cut down on their turnovers in the second half.
Along with the turnovers, I like how we've been shooting free throws. I like our inside presence. We have to make more shots on the inside. When we make our layups, we make our free throws, and don't turn the ball over, we're going to win.
And Chris Richardson has really been stepping up his offensive game.
100%. Not just from field goal range, 100% from free throws. 100% from three-point land,
yep.
And 100% from free throws. Keep saying free throws. Field goals. Let me get the right word out there. 5 of 5 from shooting. He's 1 of 1. He's got 1 rebound, 1 assist, 1 steal, 11 points right now. But I think what they need to do is take care of the basketball. 13 turnovers to Frostburg State's 6 turnovers. That's not going to help you come from behind. But they're only down 4 points. They got 20 minutes to turn it around. Let's see how they do.
And both teams, again, come in with the record of 3-12 all in the season. The Knights are 1-7 in the conference, and Frostburg is 2-6 in the Capital Conference. So Frostburg is trying to get their third win of the conference, and the Knights are trying to pick up their second win of the conference after they were able to beat Mary Washington, of course, for their first conference win at home last week. And so the Knights will start the second half of the ball.
Yeah, the surprise has been Aaron Rumbaugh. Aaron Rumbaugh is averaging on the season 10 points a game, and it took him a while to get started. He's only got, so far tonight, he's only got 2. So look for Aaron Rumbaugh to step it up, and maybe Shea Douglas, who's also the leading scorer. Shea's only got 2 points as well.
Rumbaugh had his shot rim out, but Cole trying to grab the rebound, lost it out of bounds. The sophomore, 6'6" sophomore, Edwin Cole, losing the ball out of bounds, so the Knights still have it.
Keep in mind, Edwin Cole is the one of 2 players for Frostburg with 3 fouls, the other one being Zach Coleman.
Here's Rumbaugh backing his way in. Got free, puts it up and scores.
There we go. We just talked about him. And Rumbaugh now with 4 points on the game.
Michael the other way, dribbled it off his foot. It's kicked. They're going to say kicked by Rumbaugh, I think, to give the ball back to Frostburg with 25 on the shot clock.
That was an interesting call from the ref furthest away from the play, saying that he kicked the ball. But, again, we don't have instant replay. Frostburg gets the ball back. Down by 2. Frostburg up by 2.
Cole will fire and miss. Richardson skying for the rebound. And Southern Virginia's basketball as they trail by 2.
Good start to this third quarter. They got to keep the momentum going, take the lead, and just keep pounding away.
In the first game, the women's contest, Frostburg won it 86-76. Here the men lead by 2, 30-28. Southern Virginia gets it across the timeline, down low to Thornton, and they threw it out of bounds. Rumbaugh had Thornton down low and had a 2-on-1 down by the basket, but they throw the ball away for yet another turnover.
Don't you hate when it hits your hands? But Cale Thornton, that's his 5th turnover of the game, and it was right on his hands. It wasn't a bad pass. He's got to catch that ball.
2-point lead. Here's Rashad Johnson. Nifty ball handler out to Pettis. He hits a 3. Lawrence Pettis Jr. hitting a 3-pointer to give that lead to Frostburg up to 5 now at 33-28. Knights are into the front court, trailing now by 5 after that Pettis 3-pointer. Pettis, or Johnson, knocks that ball out of bounds. Still the Knights basketball with 12 on the shot clock. All right, Rumbaugh will trigger the inbounds for the Knights here, who trail by 5. Shot clock at 8. Rumbaugh passing through McCready, and he scores.
Whoa, what a play by Tyler McCready, 6'10", freshman out of North Bend, Washington.
And Johnson will fire and hit. 35-30. Rashad Johnson came in averaging 7 points a game.
And now he's got 12.
Knights break the pressure. Rumbaugh working on Campbell. Nice pass from McCready to Richardson. He scores easily on the layup. 35-32. Knights again within 3 now.
That's 13 points for Chris Richardson.
Campbell will fire. And Campbell had a couple of threes, I believe, in the first half. Got that one a 2-pointer to go. It's 37-32.
That's 8 points now for Darren Campbell. Pace is picking up in the game here.
Knights trail again by 5. They were behind by 4 at halftime. Rumbaugh backs his way in, misses the hook shot. Frostburg grabs the rebound. And a steal by Rumbaugh on an up-court pass.
Nice defense there by Aaron Rumbaugh, the 6'5 junior out of Auburn, Washington. He prepped at Auburn at Mountain View High School. For all our viewers out there in this great state of Washington, we appreciate your support.
Richardson will circle to the right this time, over to Rumbaugh. And it looks like we may have a foul call on the Bobcats.
Surprisingly, the leading scorer in the game for the Bobcats is Rashad Johnson, and that's just his first personal foul. First team foul this half, too, for the Frostburg Bobcats.
And the Knights will take it out of bounds on the non-shooting foul. Inside to Price, outside to Rumbaugh now. They go to the left side to Rumbaugh. Spins, shoots. Oh, it went around and went in finally to make it 37-34. The lead is down to 3 again.
And Rumbaugh stepping it up now. That's exactly what the Knights needed here in the early part of the second half. Down by 3.
Three-point lead for the Bobcats. This is Johnson. Step back jumper. Got it. Rashad Johnson. Where is this coming from? He came in averaging 7 points a game, and he has hit some big shots.
Doubled his scoring average on the season. Just this game. He's pumped, I'll tell you that much.
39-34. Bobcats by 5. Knights trying to get a little closer here. Price for a 3. It veers off to the right. No good. They're really letting him play for that rebound. Fast break to Michael. He slams it home. 40 the defense and gets the easy shot to go to make it 41-34. Frostburg by 7. Now Rumbaugh will take it right at the basket, and he scores again.
And Rumbaugh's on fire. Answers that. He's got 8 points on the game.
41-36. Knights need. There's a follow shot by Edwin Cole. The sophomore scores to make it 43-36.
That's 8 points in the game for Edwin Cole.
Frostburg getting just enough offense to stay ahead. 2-on-1 break for the Knights, and McCready is fouled from behind by Pettis. So McCready, who has struggled earlier in the season from the foul line, will now shoot 2.
First personal foul on Pettis. Interesting that both of those shorter guards did not have any personal fouls in the first half. Now they both pick up 1. That's the second team foul against the Frostburg State Bobcats. Tyler McCreary at the line on the season. Tyler is so both Coleman and Cole. Is that Cole? Yeah, they both have 3 personal fouls.
43-37. Pettis open, hits another 3-pointer. 46-. Pettis hitting a 3-point bomb from outside. They have their biggest lead so far tonight at 9 points, 46-37, with 14:31 to go and a timeout.
Go to gear.svu.edu. It's the newest entire family. Anything you order is shipped within 24 hours, guaranteed. That's gear.svu.edu, the official online store.
Has really come out on 30 at halftime. And they've got 46 for the game, so 16 points. They've got 16 points here in the second half, Jimmy, in less than 6 minutes.
And you mentioned earlier the average of Rashad Johnson this season has been 7 points per game. He's got 14. They've got a nice balance between Edward Pettis with 8 points, Darren Campbell with 8 points. For Southern Virginia, it's Chris Richardson in the second half. And then you got with 6. So
from the three-point shots, whereas the Knights only have one three-pointer.
Just in the second half, Frostburg State shooting 77.8%. I thought Southern Virginia was doing good at 62.5%, 5 of 8 shooting, but both teams kind of on fire here in their shooting. It's been a good pace.
Much different than the first half. Knights break the pressure, down by 9. Now a double team. Richardson gets it over to McCready. Now Shea Douglas wide open on the right side, and he scores.
That's his 4th point of the game for Shea Douglas, the 6'2", 185-pound freshman from Jupiter. But I know his mom now lives in Columbus, Ohio. Got to give a shout out to mom there, right down the road from Ohio State University.
Michael shoots and misses. A nice rebound by McCready. The Knights down by 7, trying to get a little closer.
Southern Virginia to get to whittle away at that lead.
Shea Douglas with the leader, blocked by Coleman. Loose ball picked up by Cale Thornton. The shot clock's down to 10. Douglas, step back 3. He hit it, and he's fouled. Chance at a 4-point play.
My. Shea Douglas brought the rain from Bahrain. Bow down, Frostburg. He's going to the line.
3-pointer by Shea Douglas and a foul on Frostburg, and it's a potential 4-point play. Timeout of the court, and the Knights now only down by 4.
And remember now, so just as successful as that shot was, Southern Virginia has also a successful and rich tradition of musical and theatrical performance. Talented students from all majors are welcome and invited to participate in high-quality musical and theatrical ensembles here at Southern Virginia. For this current semester, spring 2017, as well as the fall semester of 2017, Southern Virginia is offering music and theater talent scholarships for the svu.edu/music. That's svu.edu/ for that
13:28 to go. The Knights at one point trailed 46-37. They are on a 5-0 run, thanks large part to that 3-pointer by Shea Douglas. And now he's got a chance to complete a 4-point play from the foul line. He can bring the Knights within 3.
And that's what I talked about at halftime. Aaron Rumbaugh had been quiet. He came out with 6 points the second. Douglas, now he's on fire. This is exactly what Southern Virginia needs to whittle away at that lead. They've got the big men inside. Their guard play has to step up to just counter all the 3-pointers that Frostburg State's been successful at.
Shot, but Thornton with the rebound. McCready with a follow, can't get it to go. Another follow, up and no good. They continue to battle on the boards. Thornton's got it, and he's fouled.
That's that height advantage. We missed about 5 or 6 shots, but we got 5 or 6 rebounds. So the rebound stat just went up. Our field goal percentage just went down. Southern Virginia basketball.
And 14 fouls now on Frostburg here in the second half. No team fouls for the Knights. So maybe foul shooting could also come into play here in the second half. Knights trail by 4. This one on Pettis, and this foul shot could tie the game.
Shea Douglas bringing the rain from Bahrain. Amazing display of outside shooting. The Frostburg team was a little shocked.
I think Shea's got 10 for the game now.
Unofficially, that's his 10th point. We'll see if he can make this free throw.
2 3-pointers.
He's 2 of 2 from the 3-point land. And I don't know why they're fouling him. just let him shoot. It's like the
He ties the game at 46.
beautiful offensive display by Shea Douglas.
A 9-0 run by the Knights. They trailed 46-37. Thanks to Shea Douglas, they are now tied at 46. Step back three by Rashad Johnson is good again.
That's what it's coming down to, outside shooting. That's his 17th point. Shea's got 11.
Well, where is Rashad Johnson getting this tonight?
Off the bench performing. That's been a big deal.
Shea Douglas takes it right at the big man Coleman and misses. But McCready right there for the rebound, and he is fouled.
They're trying to pressure Shea, but he dishes off nicely to the inside. We've just got a height advantage. If we take care of the basketball and make our layups, things are looking good for Southern Virginia. And that's the fourth personal foul on number 11, Darren Campbell.
McCready got the first foul shot to go. One more coming. Cole will check in for the Bobcats, with the Knights now trailing only by 2. And the second foul shot goes for McCready as well. It's 49-48. Knights down by 1. Trying to get a key stop here defensively. Rashad Johnson with another jumper, and he hits, and he's hit by Douglas, and a chance at a 4-point play for Frostburg as Rashad Johnson hits a 3, and Shea Douglas fouls him.
That's Shea Douglas' first personal foul. Teams. Out of Frederick, Maryland. He prepped at Tuscarora High School.
Well, he is their leading three-point shooter. Came in with 16 three-pointers into the game, and he is just lighting it up right now. He makes it a 4-point Frostburg lead at 52-48. And Johnson's foul shot is no good. He missed it. And the Knights grab the rebound, trailing by 4. Shea Douglas, let's see if he goes back to work. He's hit a couple of threes here in the last few minutes. Gives it off to Chris Richardson. Back to Douglas. Jump shot. Blocked. Rashad Johnson picks up the loose ball. 4-on-2 break. Richardson fouls Johnson from behind. Just the third team foul. Good foul by Richardson. He stops the fast break, and it's just the third team foul on the Knights.
And that's Chris Richardson's first personal foul. Smart foul. I thought he stole the ball. And the referee said, I guess there was contact. So that's just his first personal foul and second team foul. Second team foul on Southern Virginia.
Winslow checks into the game for the Knights. Michael off the glass, no good. Rebound. Ripped down by Cale Thornton. Knights on the break. Trailing by 4. Winslow for a 3, and it rims out. Battle for the rebound. They're all over the place. Johnson hits the floor.
For a minute there, they let both teams play. Number 4 falls to the ground. There's a foul. That's just they let him play.
It looked to me like Cole was over Kellen Winslow's back. There was no call.
Both teams are over the back. They let them play. You let one side play, you let the other side play, and all of a sudden, little 4 falls down, and we got to call a foul. But
so the break goes the way of Frostburg, and they have a 4-point lead in the ball right now.
Interesting turn of events there.
Knights need a big defensive stand. Winslow's on Johnson, and he can't hit. Nice rebound by McCready. Down to 11:15 to go in regulation. Knights trail by 4. Lob down low to Cale Thornton, scores 52-50.
And give the assist to Tyler McCready. Nice awareness. Both big men working together well with each other.
Johnson driving and scoring. And he's fouled again. A chance at a 3-point play. This guy is unconscious. I've seen guys team, Jimmy, but I'm not sure anybody rivals what Rashad Johnson has done.
And I believe that was a two-pointer, so that gives
54-50 with a foul shot coming up as we've got a timeout with 11 minutes to go, and then the Bobcats have a 4-point lead.
I believe that was the 22nd point so far for Rashad Johnson. I mean, he's really he's shooting 60 to 70% unofficially. We'll wait for the stats.
Came in averaging 7.2 points a game.
Tripled his average. Remember, folks, now with the new year, 2017, there is currently a sale. You can go to gear.svu.edu. Check out if you want to buy magnets, you want to buy decals. There's a 10% sale off those items. You can also, at regular price, purchase your gear up with a wide variety of casual wear, backpacks, coats, outdoor gear for the whole entire family. All orders shipped within 24 hours, guaranteed. That's gear.svu.edu, the official online store of Southern Virginia University Athletics. Just got a quick copy. I've been keeping track of stats with the score 54-50. It correct is 22 points for Rashad Johnson. We've got the next higher score for Frostburg is at 8 points. Three guys have 8.
And he hit the foul shot for 23 for the game now.
For those that watching at home, he is 9 of 13 shooting, 4 of 6 from three-point range. He is 1 of 2 from the free throw line to get those 23 points.
Still, the Knights only trailing by 4. Shea Douglas has had a couple of big three-pointers as well. And right now the Knights are only trailed by 5.
You take out Johnson, they're losing this game by 15 points.
No question about it.
18 points, excuse me.
Winslow to Shea. Back to Winslow. Baseline. He stepped on the end line out of bounds.
Leading scorer so far for Southern Virginia include Chris Richardson's 13 points, Shea Douglas 11. You've got Aaron Rumbaugh, Tyler McCready, and Cale Thornton all with 8.
Both teams struggled in the first half. Not the same situation here in the second half. Johnson with another jumper. That one's no good. Rebound Coleman, and he puts it up and in.
Big rebound for Frostburg State. Zach Coleman, just his 4th point, but a crucial rebound. His 3rd rebound and 4th point increases the lead to 7.
Knights had worked that lead all the way down close to a tie, and now it's 57-50 as Douglas's pass is knocked out of bounds. So it's still Southern Virginia ball with 17 on the shot clock, and the Knights really needing a basket here, trailing by 7. Shot clock now 15. Knights will go to Winslow on the left side. Shea Douglas will take the shot, and it's blocked partially by Coleman. Thornton couldn't get the follow shot. They call a foul on Southern Virginia.
It's like the referee might be taking it personal with Coach Caputo, and Coach Caputo is talking to the other referee now. 57-50, Frostburg.
No foul call, but the ball goes over to the Bobcats, who have a 7-point lead here. Michael, baseline, scores. Now suddenly it's a 9-point lead for the Bobcats, 59-50. Southern Virginia really needs a basket here this trip down. Langford driving to the basket, blocked away. Langford tries to steal the ball, and they call him for a foul over the back. That's his first, but it's the team's 5th.
Thank you.
First personal foul on Justin Langford. That is the 5th team foul this half against Southern Virginia.
5 team fouls on Southern Virginia, 16 fouls on Frostburg, 59-50. And looks like we've got contact along the baseline. Nope, that's stepping out of bounds for the Bobcats. So the turnover for Frostburg gives it back over to Southern Virginia.
Still plenty of time for the Knights, down by 9 with 9 minutes and 9:05 left to go.
Armstrong into the game. Gets it down low to Thornton. Passes it out to Langford. He wasn't expecting the pass. Turnover for the Knights, and the ball goes back over to Frostburg with 8:59 to go. (59-50). Bobcats on top by 9. Michael passes inside to Coleman. Blocked by Langford. What a great block by Justin Langford.
Great job by the 6'5", 230-pound senior out of Canby, Oregon. Both teams showing a lot of shot blocking ability this game.
9-point lead for Frostburg. Knights really need a basket this trip down.
Unofficially, I got Southern Virginia blocking 4 shots and Frostburg blocking 3 shots. So
Richardson right side with a shot clock at 12. Langford passes to Thornton. Outside to Richardson. Shot clock at 3. He fires a desperation three-pointer, and it's no good. Douglas going for the rebound is going to be fouled by Michael. Tyler Michael will pick up that foul. That's the 17th foul on Frostburg, so the Knights will shoot a 1-on-1.
Shea Douglas got hit the hardwood floor pretty hard. He just got to regroup and get to that free throw line here.
He'll shoot a 1-on-1.
This game so far, he's 1 of 2 from the free throw line.
Foul shot on the way. Good. Clutch free throw there by Shea Douglas to cut the lead down to 8. And Douglas' second foul shot. That one no good. 8-point lead for the Bobcats.
Big miss there. Still plenty of time left for the Knights.
Clock is nearing the 8-minute mark. Pettis with a jump shot. And he hits another one. You know, Johnson is really getting a lot of the publicity, but Lawrence Pettis Jr., he can also fire from outside. He gives his team an 11-point lead at 62-51.
And next to Rashad Johnson, he's the second leading scorer for the Bobcats this game thus far.
Yeah, Pettis and Johnson, they've hit from three-point land several times tonight. Now the shot clock's at 8. Knights are going to have to fire. Shea Douglas long 3. Up and no good. Pettis with a rebound. Outlet to Alexander. He's fouled by Douglas from behind, and Alexander will go to the foul line.
And it looks right now, just doing a quick math here, the 2 guards for Frostburg have 34 of the 62 points thus far for Frostburg State.
62-51, the Bobcats with an 11-point lead here with 7:25 to go. Knights have really made a great effort to challenge and make a comeback here, but it's hard when Rashad Johnson and Lawrence Pettis Jr. are just firing those three-pointers.
That was a smart foul there by Shea Douglas.
Ooh, that one banked in.
For the season, I'm just checking the stats here. Alexander is actually just about 50% on the season. Banked that one in. But Shea Douglas, that was only his second personal foul. 16 foul against Southern Virginia in the second half.
And Alexander will get one more foul shot with his team ahead by 12. That one's good, 64-51. It's a 13-point Bobcat lead now.
Big free throws there by Daniel Alexander. Daniel's 6'1" freshman out of Rockville, Maryland.
Knights need a big basket here now, trailing by 13. Long 3 by Sam Armstrong is good.
Sam Armstrong, 6 foot, 195-pound freshman.
His first three-pointer of the season.
For Perry McClure High School of Buena Vista. Correct, first three-pointer.
And that was a clutch three-pointer, Jimmy. That keeps the Knights in the ballgame here, trailing by 10 now. And he didn't hesitate on that shot.
Found his spot.
Now the Knights need to play some defense. Michael drives in, scores. Tyler Michael with a bucket to make it 66-54. Frostburg by 12. Now the Knights have to answer. And Douglas will try it again, or make that Armstrong, and he hits another three. Sam Armstrong is starting to feel it. A long three-pointer. His second of the game, his second of the season. Pettis the other way. Wild shot, no good. And the Knights have the rebound and a foul on Coleman.
And that is the fourth personal foul against Zachary Coleman.
And a timeout, 6:26 to go, immediate timeout, and suddenly the Knights, thanks to Sam Armstrong, making a charge here, only down by 9 at 66-57.
I got him 2 for 2, 6 points, and if I'm not sure what, look at his season average, since we're comparing season average, he's averaging 0.6 points per game, and now he's just increased that 10 times.
Sam came in with 4 points for the season, and he's got, 6 points with those 2 3-pointers.
Correct. Now he's shooting 33%. He's in the scoring column, and much-needed baskets there for Southern Virginia.
So the Knights are within 9 points now at 66-57, and every time Frostburg bids to really pull away. Earlier it was Shea Douglas, now it's Sam Armstrong with a couple of big three-pointers to try to keep the Knights in reach, and they are only down by 9.
And Sam Armstrong, along with Coach Caputo's son, Brandon, are local products out of Perry McClure High School, who's having another good season, both boys and girls basketball, right down the road here in town.
I can recall doing high school games when Sam was playing about 4 or 5 years ago.
Exciting time to finally get your first, not your first, but your first 2 3-pointers.
And clutch, too. Clutch shots when the Knights were trailing.
3-point percentage so far. Southern Virginia's 50% from three-point land. Frostburg State is 52.9%, just a little bit better. The stats that stand out, Southern Virginia is actually winning points in the paint. They're getting more second chance points, but the points off the turnover, that's 9 points. That's the difference in the ball game. Frostburg State has 11, Southern Virginia just 2. That's a 9-point differential in the points off of turnovers. Everything else pretty evens out.
Michael Price hits the foul shot. One more coming after Coleman picked up his 4th foul. Knights are within 8.
That was Michael's first free throw of the game on the season.
And he got them both. Clutch foul shots, 66-59.
Price shooting 78% for the season, makes both of those.
Now the Knights have to get a big defensive stop here. Michael weaving his way to the basket. He scores again. Tyler Michael has suddenly begun to really make a difference. He came in averaging 16 points a game. He'd been pretty silent until his last couple of shooting attempts. Alex Johnson will drive to the basket. Drop it off for McCready. He can't score. Loose ball rebound picked up by Armstrong.
He didn't want the easy shot. He backed up the three-point land. You know, he knows where he's at.
And he thought about launching that three. Now Price will try the three-pointer. It's no good. And Michael soars in for the rebound. Tyler Michael again came in, the leading scorer for Frostburg, averaging 16 points a game. Last report he had 9 points, and now he hits it again.
Now he's up to 13.
13 points, and he's just starting to sizzle. It just seems every time the Knights make a move here, Jimmy, Frostburg has a different guy starting to get hot. First it was Johnson, then it was Pettis, and now it's Michael. Foul call inside. Going to go against Alexander, the freshman.
That's his first personal foul of the game. As physical as the game's been, I was impressed that's his first foul. That's the 19th foul on Frostburg State.
Douglas and Rumbaugh will check in for the Knights. And Rashad Johnson's going to check back in for Frostburg. Big foul shots coming here for Sam Armstrong. He is 2 of 2 from the foul line this season. And he left that one short. Battle for the rebound. McCready grabs it. And who will get this foul? If it's Coleman, he's out of the game. That would be his 5th.
You are correct, Jim. That is his 5th foul. He's a little shocked.
They do call it on Coleman. He's stunned.
I do think it was on the other Frostburg player, but We don't have instant replay. In defense of him, I don't think he was close enough to make the foul.
So Coleman will foul out with his 5th foul with 5:03 to go.
Tyler McCready, this game is 4 of 6 from the free throw line, doing much better than his season average is 48%, but he's been doing about 68% for this game.
And the foul shot is good.
Nice touch there by the freshman.
You know, 2 completely different halves here, Jimmy. The first half was kind of really laid back, and really both teams struggled on offense. In the second half, it's been a 3-point barrage for both teams. As McCready got both foul shots to go.
Nice job by Tyler. The freshman is now, for the game, shooting 75%. His average is 48.
70-61. The lead is 9 for the Bobcats. Michael, though, has been the hot man lately for the Bobcats. A 3-point bomb by Campbell is no good. Great rebound by McCready. Knights have the ball, trailing by 9. Richardson barks out of play, gives the ball to Armstrong. Armstrong to Richardson. They look down low for McCready. Shea Douglas, foul line jumper, missed it. The rebound comes off to Campbell. Now you can see the Bobcats want to take a little time off the clock on this trip down.
I think the glance from Coach Webb convinced him not to, because he shouldn't be taking 3-pointers.
Here's Pettis. He'll fire a long 3. It's no good. And the Knights grab the rebound with 4 minutes to go. It's Armstrong. Now Richardson on the right side. Rumbaugh thought about a 3, drops it down low for McCready. Back to Aaron Rumbaugh. And off, try to get that one to go off the glass. Battle for the rebound, it's out of bounds. Last touch by the Knights, and Frostburg has the ball with 3:38 to go as Cale Thornton will check in for McCready. And it's great to see with the game on the line here, Jimmy, with those 3-pointers he's got, that Sam Armstrong is staying out there, and he's getting lots of minutes.
Well, that was like the effort from Tyler McCready, another freshman. 1 personal foul, just working on getting in a better stamina and better game shape.
Johnson misses badly on a 3-point attempt. He took that one pretty early in the shot clock. And the Knights have the ball down again, only by 9 here with 3:20 to go. Douglas right through the lane, and he scores.
That's 14 points for Shea Douglas.
Timeout is taken on the court with 3 minutes and 4 seconds to go, and the Knights have cut that lead down to 7.
Southern Virginia University has a rich and successful tradition of musical performance. Talented students from all majors participate in high-quality musical ensembles. This is also holds true for the theater department, and for the spring and fall semesters of 2017, Southern Virginia is offering generous music, talent, and theater talent scholarships for acting, instrumental, and vocal ensembles, and this is regardless of any major. For the music scholarships, we encourage you now to go apply at www.svu.edu/music. That's svu.edu/music. For you theater majors that want to apply for the theater talent scholarships, go to svu.edu/theater. That's www.svu.edu/theatre. Check it out now online. Southern Virginia Music and Theater Scholarships.
Tale of 2 halves. In the first half, both teams struggled offensively. Second half, they're sizzling. Both teams are sizzling from 3-point land with a couple of guys from Frostburg, Rashad Johnson and Pettis Jr., as well as Michael from the inside. And then, of course, Shea Douglas and Sam Armstrong hitting some big 3-pointers for the Knights.
Well, in the auto racing world, we could call that going from a pedestrian pace to the Indianapolis 500. We've been racing up and down the court, maybe Daytona if you like Florida, but nevertheless, we have seen a really fast pace this second half. You're absolutely right, Jim.
And now the Knights need a big defensive stand. Here's a pass down low to Michael. Michael spins, left it short. Rebound for Frostburg. Michael gets the loose ball, tied up by Armstrong. And they do call the tie-up. Possession arrow favors Frostburg, so the Bobcats still have it, but good defense by Sam Armstrong.
Good call by the referees. Frostburg State basketball.
10 on the shot clock. This is Michael working on Armstrong. Lost the ball. Rumbaugh picks it up. Over to Richardson. All the way. Scores.
Chris Richardson with his 15th point of the game. Pulls him within 5.
2:30 to go. Now the Knights can play straight up defense and look for a defensive stop. Johnson driving, missing. Rebound Thornton. And is it going to go against Kale? Trying to get that rebound, maybe pushing off.
Where they once allowed them to be playing, now they're calling some touch fouls there, but that was a push off.
Kale Thornton will get the foul call.
Both teams now in the bonus.
So Cole will go for a 1-on-1. Edwin Cole, 6'6" sophomore.
Kale Thornton, that was only his second personal foul.
Big 1-on-1 here.
Cole on the season shooting about 68%.
And he missed it. The Knights grab the rebound, down by 5. Southern Virginia down at 1 point by double digits. Now only trailing by 5, trying to make a complete comeback. Pass to Richardson. Lost the ball, he's fouled. Richardson goes to the foul line to shoot 2. And Rashad Johnson will pick up that foul. That's his second.
Second personal foul. The Knights will be shooting a 2-shot bonus from here to the end of the game.
Richardson hits the first foul shot and pulls the Knights to within 4.
Good clutch shooting there. He's 1 of 1 for the game on the season. Chris Richardson is about a 72% free throw shooter, showing how successful he is as a free throw shooter.
And he got them both.
Good job there by Richardson. Pulls them within 3.
Remember, after all those shots by Frostburg, they had a double-digit lead just a couple of minutes ago. Now it's down to 3. Michael passing down low to Cole, and he is sandwiched and fouled. So the foul goes against the Knights. Aaron Rumbaugh just picked up his 3rd. Cole goes to the foul line.
And that's the first player in any kind of foul trouble for Southern Virginia that's been doing a good job of not committing the foolish fouls. He's the only player with 3 fouls. Everyone else has 2 or less for the Knights.
Foul shot on the way. No good. Another miss. In the women's contest, Frostburg won that game between Southern Virginia and the Bobcats, 86-76. Here, the men are leading Southern Virginia 70-67. And Cole, after missing the first foul shot, missed the second one. And Rumbaugh grabs the rebound. The Knights can actually tie this game with a 3. This is Armstrong. Now Shea Douglas driving to the basket and scoring.
16 points for Shea Douglas. 6'2" freshman guard. Matches his season average now.
70-69. The Knights trail by 1 with 1:18 to go. Who will shoot for Frostburg here? It's Michael on a clear out. And he scores. Boy, he's really come on the last few minutes.
Yep, Tyler Michael
came in averaging 16 points a game. Either he was the leading scorer.
The 6'3" junior now has 15 for this game. Gives him a 3-point lead. Less than a minute.
Timeout is taken by the Knights with 57 seconds to go. And the Knights only trailing by 3. But then again, there's only 57 seconds left on the clock.
One more time, I'd like to remind you, all orders to gear.svu.edu are shipped within 24 hours. Gear.svu.edu is the official online store of Southern Virginia University Athletics. You can gear up with a wide variety of casual wear, backpacks, coats, and even outdoor gear, and this is for the entire family. They're even having a sale right now to celebrate the new year, 10% off all decals and magnets. That's gear.svu.edu. That's gear.svu.edu, the newest and best source for all your official Southern Virginia University gear.
A lot of heroes for the Knights making this charge. None bigger, though, than Sam Armstrong, who had 2 clutch three-pointers. And you start to wonder, after this game's over, win or lose, how much playing time will Sam Armstrong get maybe the second half of the season?
I think Sam would agree with the whole team. Let's get the win with a slow start. You have to counter Rashad Jackson with his 23. I mean, tripling his season average. And I know Armstrong's done good, but like you said, Tyler Michaels come on strong in the second half for the Knights. We needed Shea Douglas to start scoring. He has 16 points to lead all the Knights scorers. Chris Richardson, another solid game with 15. You've got Tyler McCready. Tyler had a double-double. He's on the bench right now. He may come in. He's got 10 points, 10 rebounds. That's his first double-double of his career as a freshman. You're seeing Shea Douglas, Tyler McCready. You're seeing a lot of young talent for Southern Virginia step it up in an important time here at the end of the second half. Down by 3. Can we get overtime? Can we use the home court to our advantage? We'll see, but we've got about 57.2 seconds to find out.
And now the Knights have a choice here. There's enough time for obviously more than one possession, so they don't need a 3 here. They could use a 3 to tie the game, or just a regular basket to get within 1. Shot clock is at 22. Douglas to Armstrong. Almost lost the ball. Gets it over to Cale Thornton. Thornton backs away and it scores.
And a good call by Coach Caputo. We got the basket.
72-71. They're going to put another second on the clock, I think, to make it 44 seconds to go.
Cale Thornton uses his height and his strength physically underneath the basket. That was his 10th point. So both Tyler McCready, Cale Thornton both having 10 points, 10 rebounds, double-doubles. You've got 16 with Rashae Douglas, and you've got Chris Richardson with 15. Down by 1. Do you foul right away? What do you think we should do, Jim?
Well, with 44 seconds to go, if they play, obviously, the shot clock situation, they would still have time for a possession, whether they want a 2-pointer or a 3-pointer. So, got to play some tough defense here. And again, you got to remember, I guess, Jimmy, either team obviously could win or lose this game. Only a 1-point game right now. Could win or lose this game from the foul line.
Absolutely. And I think, well, free throw shooting unofficially, Southern Virginia's been shooting about 74% compared to 56% for the Bobcats, so we've had an advantage. That's probably what's allowed us to compensate for the successful three-point shooting of the guard for Frostburg State, both Johnson and number 4.
You could pick out, depending on who Frostburg sends back onto the court, you could pick out maybe their worst foul shooter, and obviously the 6'6 sophomore Cole has kind of struggled from the foul line his last few trips there.
If he's in, as well as Daniel Alexander has also struggled, but we'll see, because
I mean, then you got a choice. You can either play defense and really shorten this game, or you can foul and really try to extend the game.
And someone like Tyler McCready, who's only been shooting 48% for the season, for this game has been shooting 68%. So, you know, statistics can sometimes be misleading in the heat of the moment. We'll find out right now who wants it the most. Down by 1, Southern Virginia on defense.
Knights would love to get a turnover, but they're going to drop back and play good defense. Now they're trapping. Trying to get a turnover. Rashard Johnson's got it. Fires a long jumper. He took that early in the shot clock. Rebound Michael, and he scores.
Big rebound and put back by Tyler Michael.
Now the Knights need a 3-pointer to tie the game. And a timeout is taken. With 24 and a half seconds to go, Rashad Johnson missed the 3. He took it relatively early in the shot clock, too. And he was bailed out by Tyler Michael, Jimmy, who came soaring in from the left side, grabbed that ball and put it back in the hole.
Big play by the junior 6'3", junior guard forward, Tyler Michael, out of Cumberland, Maryland. He prepped at Fort Hill High School. The 3-pointer, you could tell, was off. I thought it was maybe going to be an alley-oop from Johnson. He just threw it up. He was off balance, hits the rim. Tyler Michael. Right place, right time, gets the putback. They're up by 3. A lot of time left, though.
And he fired that, too. I mean, if they were going to play defense, they could have ran the clock down to around 10 seconds or so, and he fired it with, 26, 27 seconds to go.
Well, being a young player doesn't play as much. Maybe, you get the game jitter. Sometimes you forget what the coach just told you to run the clock down. You put it up a little too soon. You thought you might hit it. But these are young players. But leave it for the junior guard to come in and clean up and get the rebound and put back.
And now a choice here for the Knights. They got 24 and a half seconds to go, so it's not like with 2 seconds to go they got to take a three-point shot. Here they can try to go for a two and then maybe foul. Unless, of course, they have a wide-open look at a three-pointer.
Well, if you're Frostburg, I don't think you foul at all. You just let them take a shot. If it goes in, if it's three-pointer, well, you got a tie game. That's the worst thing. You can always go to overtime.
Or maybe a Shea Douglas four-point play.
That's why you don't foul. You do not foul. From Frostburg's perspective, you do not foul.
74.
Virginia may be working for a three-pointer. We'll find out right here.
74-71. Room ball's on the floor right now, along with Shea Douglas, Cale Thornton, Richardson, and Sam Armstrong, who's got the ball. Who will shoot for the Knights? Thornton scores.
Nice pass and bucket by Cale Thornton.
74-73.
Substitutions coming in for a quicker defensive lineup. It'll be a 30-second timeout. Don't touch that mouse. Hey, bathroom break can wait. For all you viewers watching right now, maybe you're watching on YouTube after the game is over. Stay tuned. This is an exciting action-packed game.
14 seconds to go. It's 74-73. And I'm sure Tony Caputo is trying to drop a plan where they can steal the inbounds or get a turnover. And if they don't, if the pass comes in, they've got to foul right away.
I think you try to get a charge or even just foul before any time goes off the clock. 14 seconds, there's at least two more possessions, one for each team or however it plays out. There's, Southern Virginia's going to get the ball back again. It just matters how much time.
Yep.
And if they can draw the foul without any time going off the clock, that would bode well.
Otherwise, you foul right away, and the worst that can happen is Frostburg maybe scores a couple of foul shots, and then you've got 8 or 9 seconds to try to tie the game on a three-pointer.
And like you said earlier, you got to look to foul Cole. You look foul one of their less successful free throw shooters. Put them at the line for the game right now. There's, let me see here. Free throw shooting. Edwin Cole's 0 for 3.
Just a matter of whether he would get the ball or not.
Zach Coleman's 0 for 1.
They're going to inbounds it to Cole, and it gets it right back to Campbell. And Campbell will go to the foul line.
Cole did get fouled.
He got fouled, indeed.
They didn't call it on him.
Campbell will go to the foul line. Now, he came in just hitting 57.1% from the foul line, so he doesn't have the greatest season-wise shooting percentage from the foul line.
And you got to feel for Edwin Cole because they didn't call that first one. Someone literally punched him in the gut. They didn't call that, but he's kind of grabbing his side there. At the line now, a much better free throw for Frostburg is Darren Campbell.
Came in averaging just 57% from the foul line, though, for the season, so we'll see what he can do here.
6'5" junior from Upper Marlboro, Maryland.
He missed it. Knights can win with the basket. 9 seconds to go. Richardson all the way. He passes the ball to Douglas. Douglas shoots, misses, and Frostburg wins it. Douglas tried to shoot that ball with his left hand, Jimmy, and he just didn't have enough on it to get into the basket.
There was a lot of contact there, but we don't have instant replay. So great game by both teams, 74-73. We're just waiting on the final official stats. Good effort. Hard-fought game by both teams. You hate to see someone lose that game, but great effort on both sides there.
And we'll see if we get a word with Tony Caputo, but the Knights had their chance. Shea Douglas driving to the basket. Credit good defense by Frostburg to really clog things up in the paint. Shea Douglas driving, and he had to take that shot with his left hand, and whether he got fouled or not, don't know, but certainly with that question, taking that shot with his left hand, he just didn't have enough on it. And
all game he's been drawing the foul. He's made guys have been trying to stop him. I mean, he's been hot. Unofficially, I've got Shea Douglas with 16 points. Behind him for the Knights, you had Chris Richardson with 15 points. Cale Thornton had a double-double, 12 points unofficially and 10 rebounds. Tyler McCready had a double-double with 10 points and 10 rebounds for the freshman. So a good team effort, well-balanced. But you got to give credit where credit's due. Rashad Johnson more than triple his season average, 23 points when he was averaging 7 points. It's unreal. I mean, it's a statistical anomaly. He was on fire. And then you had Tyler Michael, the junior leader.
He really bailed him out down the stretch.
When he really needed to. He made his basket, really won the game there down the stretch. He had 17 points unofficially, 5 rebounds. We're waiting the official stats, but really, and then you had Lawrence Pettis, another guard. So really the guard play for Frostburg really bode well. They had a few blocks. They had a few plays for their inside men, but number 50, Zach Coleman, did foul out with 5 fouls. I was impressed with Southern Virginia. They did not have anybody get foul trouble. One player, Aaron Rumba, had 3 fouls. So Aaron had a rough start. He was matched up pretty tough. He only had 8 points. That was below his season average. But as we await the official stats here, we'll get that to you.
And it looks like we're not going to be able to talk with Tony after the game. Tony Caputo, the head coach of the Knights, a disappointing loss, 74-73. But again, when you look at the players making big plays, especially in the second half, to aid the comeback when the Knights were down by double digits in the second half, and they were able to try to come almost all the way back. And Shea Douglas made those 2 3-pointers where he got fouled after both 3-pointers. And then how about the effort by Sam Armstrong today, too?
Yeah, good job by the freshmen. I think there was several freshmen that did well. And I'm going to go back to number
Sam
20.
Armstrong had 9 minutes, 2 3-pointers, and 6 points for the game.
So this is a game of freshmen because Rashad Johnson, he's a freshman. Tyler McCready, he's a freshman. Sam Armstrong, he's a freshman. Shea Douglas, he's a freshman.
Yep.
I mean, it was just a battle of the freshmen. And Tyler Michael got the rebound that was a miss from Rashad Johnson, and got the rebound, made that put back to put him up at 74 points, and that was really a clutch basket by their top scorer. Just looking at some of the numbers, I mentioned the scoring leaders. That was all correct officially. Southern Virginia won the second half, 47-44. They were just behind in the first half, 30-26. Final score, 74-73. The number that stands out, bench points. Rashad Johnson, as well as, Lawrence Pettit start, but Rashad Johnson, with his 23 points, almost outscored the Southern Virginia bench. It was 31-24 in favor of Frostburg State. The lead changed 5 times. The score was tied 3 times. And then points off of turnovers. There was still a large number of turnovers. Southern Virginia had 17 compared to Frostburg State's 9. So that's still a sensitive topic there. Got to reduce those turnovers. And the points that Frostburg State scored off of turnovers, 11-4. So tough game. You hate to see someone lose, and it was just someone has to win, someone has to lose. But if these 2 teams play again, that might be a different outcome.
Big win for the Bobcats. They're now 3-6 in the conference and 4-12 overall. The Knights dropped to 1-8 in the conference and 3-13 on the season. So again, recapping in our first game today in the women's contest, it was Frostburg over Southern Virginia 86-76, and in the men's contest, it was Frostburg winning it 74-73 over Southern Virginia. The Knights will be on the road coming up on Saturday at Wesley. So good luck to the Knights on the road playing on Saturday at Wesley. That'll wrap things up here from the Knights Sports Arena. For Jimmy Groff and also Josh, our director, and all of our production staff, I'm Jim Bresnahan. Thanks again for joining us tonight for Knights basketball. Have a great evening.